For our next given trinomial, we are going to factor it the same way as we did in our first example. We can use the railroad crossing organizer to help us with this, but keep in mind our coefficient in front of y squared is not a 1. It's more than 1. It's 2 this time. So when we do make our railroad crossing organizer, we can't just put 11 at the top. We have to do 2 times 11. And that gives us our 22. At the bottom, we're still going to put our 13. So when we come up with all the numbers that multiply to 22, we know that's 1 and 22 and 2 and 11. And if we go ahead and add 1 and 22, we get 23, so that doesn't work. When we add 2 and 11, we get 13. So we know that those two numbers do work for this railroad crossing. So I'm going to go ahead and put 2 and 11 in those spots. Now we can go ahead and use 2 and 11, and we're going to write them in a fraction form, since this is a little bit different from our other problems. We're going to put them both in the numerator of individual fractions, and we're going to put our 2, our coefficient from our y squared, on the bottom. Then we can see if we can simplify either of these fractions. With 2 over 2, we can simplify it to 1 over 1. Now we can't do anything with 11 over 2, so it's going to just stay there. Now we're going to use these two reduced fractions to write our two binomials. We're going to use the bottoms up method. So we're going to read from bottom to top and really imagine that there's a variable down there that we're reading with. So for our first fraction, 1 over 1, reading it bottom to top or bottoms up, we can write 1y plus 2. Looking at our second fraction, 11 halves, we're going to read from bottom to top and read it as 2y plus 11. This is the simplified factored form of our given trinomial. However, let's just check, just in case we made a mistake, or in case we want to see these two resulting binomials multiply to our trinomial. Again, I'm going to use FOIL to show my multiplication. So FOIL stands for first, outer, inner, last. So I'm going to multiply my first two terms, which is 1y and 2y, to get 2y squared. Then I'm going to multiply my outer terms, 1y times 11, so I get 11y. Then my inner terms of 1 and 2y, so I have 2y. Then 1 times 11 to get 11. I can combine like terms, 11y and 2y, to get 13y. And then I'm going to add on my 2y squared as well as my 11. And you can see this matches our original problem given.